Will the Bengals take down the Titans in Nashville for a second straight time? Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien outside of Paycor Stadium, where the weather, well, it's mighty fine here on this Friday afternoon. And yes, it is Bengals. It is Titans. The Bengals beat the Titans in January in the divisional round, 19-16. Evan McPherson's walk-off field goal. We remember that to go to the AFC Championship game. The Titans, even though they haven't admitted it, of course they want revenge this weekend. And look, this is going to be a tough game. The Bengals are going to be without Joe Mixon. We're not sure about Jamar Chase. So let's dive into some keys to victory. And the first one, let's start with defense. Usually we start with offense. Let's start with defense. To me, they have to find a way to, one, make sure that they contain Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, man, when he gets going and he opens up that offense and he averages 5 or 6 or 7 yards a carry and he has those big runs, it makes it easier on Ryan Tannehill. It takes pressure off of this offense. It makes life easier for the defense, and it really fuels this Titans team. The Bengals did a great job against Derrick Henry in January, and in fact, they gave up some yards to the backup, and I thought, really, they should have played the backup more. But it's a huge challenge. You have DJ Reader back. He's played for a week now, so we'll see if the Bengals can take advantage of that and have some similar success like they had in the divisional round this Sunday. Got to stop Derrick Henry. Then on offense, it's tough. It's tough because you're dealing with a high-end front. You're dealing with guys that had got pressure on Joe Burrow. We know all about the 9 sacks. And so keep Joe Burrow upright. You're not going to have Joe Mixon. I think they're going to drop back. They're a drop-back passing team. Joe Burrow's talked about it. He was magnificent in the pocket against the Steelers, playing at a really high level throughout that game. Was extremely accurate throughout that game. Can he continue that, especially against the team that he saw recently, but there's a lot of new faces on that Tennessee defense? That's certainly a key. Can you slow down that pass rush? Can you keep Jeffrey Simmons specifically in check? They're going to be missing Danico Autry, it sounds like. So it's not going to be a full complement of skill player or of pass rushers and interior players on that defensive line for the Titans. So that bodes well. So key number 1, you got to find a way to stop Derrick Henry. Key number 2, protect Joe Burrow. Drop back passing team. They're going to throw it. The weather's going to be pretty good in Tennessee. It's exactly what they're going to do in Nashville, is throw the ball around. And obviously, if you can get Jamar Chase out there, even if it's for a limited number of plays, that's huge for this offense. And that's an X factor. We don't know if he's going to play or not, but I have to mention that as an X factor. We did post an injury update with the latest on what Zach Taylor had to say earlier this afternoon. And then 3, force some turnovers. This Bengals defense, without Chidobe Awuzie, they won last week, and they were able to slow down that Steelers offense in the second half. But, man, it would help everyone involved if you can get some turnovers. And that's what Jessie Bates has done. He's intercepted Ryan Tannehill multiple times in meetings with him, clearly has a good read for him. And whether it was the interception, the red zone interception in 2020, when it was week 8 or week 9, I think it was week 9 before the bye, the Bengals got their second win of the season. Bates had a big interception early in that game, or the interception in the divisional round, which was huge. That would go a long way if the Bengals could win the turnover battle. So it's disciplinary things, and we could talk about special teams and Drew Chrisman flipping the field or Evan McPherson playing the way he did last week. All of those things matter, and it's going to be a good game. I really believe that. It is going to be a tough, hard-fought game. You got Mike Vrabel. You got Zach Taylor. I can't imagine how frustrated Mike Vrabel and this Tennessee Titans team was after losing to the Bengals in that divisional round. And they've denied it all week, but they certainly want revenge. I'd want revenge too. Who can blame them? So those are our keys to victory. I'm going to get to my prediction in just a second. But if you're wagering on any of the games this weekend, you got to get to MyBookie. Why MyBookie? Because you're going to get an instant deposit match up to $1,000 with promo code BengalsTalk. So if you want to wager on the NFL, if you want to wager on college football, huge college football weekend, college basketball in full swing now, the NBA, well, you can do all of those things. Future bets, props, odds, all of them at MyBookie. And look, just because the Thanksgiving games are over, it doesn't mean there aren't plenty of games for you to check out this week, including the Bengals. Yes, the Bengals, they're favored in Nashville. So go there now. Use promo code BengalsTalk. Get that instant deposit match up to $1,000. So, for example, if you deposit $500, they give you an extra $500 with promo code BengalsTalk. If you deposit $50, they give you an extra $50 with promo code BengalsTalk. Don't delay. Go there today. MyBookie. I think the Bengals can win this game. Part of me thinks they should win this game. And the Titans are a disciplined team, but they don't have a ton of outside threats. Treylon Burks got going a little bit last week against the Packers. How good are the Packers really? But I think this is just going to be a tough one. This is a grinded-out type game where the Bengals have the better quarterback. I think they have the better weapons, even without Joe Mixon. The defense, I think their secondary is better, especially depending on how Christian Fulton looks. You know, he's been dinged up, the corner for the Titans. This one's tough for me. And coming into this week, I was leaning Titans. I'll be honest with you. But with Jamar, I get the sense he's going to play. I feel like he's going to play. I feel like that gives you a huge shot in the arm. Even if he doesn't put up huge numbers, it just makes it that much harder to guard and stop this Bengals offense. And so with the way Joe Burrow's playing, it's tough for me to pick against the Bengals. And I'm not going to do it this week. At some point I'm going to. I'm not going to do it this week. I think it's a field goal game. I'll take the Bengals 23-20. I would have probably flipped that before this week and said 23-20 Titans. But the fact that Jamar is trending in the right direction, if he does play, I think 23-20, they get it done in Nashville and find a way to get to 7-4. And there is a big difference between 7-4 and 6-5, especially in this wild card race. You could get some separation, give yourself a little margin for error, which the Bengals have not had all season long after starting 0-2 on the year. We're going to go down to Nashville. We're going to be there. So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and buckle up because it's going to be a fun week of Bengals football, fun weekend of Bengals football ahead. And, like I said, make sure you check out allbengals.com as well and Cincinnati Bengals Talk right here on YouTube. We're all the time. For all the newbies out there, we are here all the time for you. Go to MyBookie, use promo code Bengals Talk. And for Andrew Fox-Miller, our channel coordinator, I'm James Rapien, outside of Paycor Stadium, signing off for now, where I got the Bengals 23-20 over the Titans on Sunday in Nashville.